Greetings.
Salutations.
We're Gear.
And Beer.
He's Blaze.
That's Joe. We're with Music Villa in Bozeman, Montana.
And thanks for watching.
Yeah. Welcome to our channel.
Happy to be here. We are thirsty. We're going to get right into it. We're drinking Coronas because
what a nice guy. Thank you.
they're on sale.
They're on sale this week.
Ooh, that
spring
smells
break.
skunky. I didn't get any spring
it's spring
break.
break, so you get Corona.
I didn't get limes. I don't know.
And for obvious reasons. Yeah, you know, Joe, that's fine.
But you know, limes are kind of dirty. If you don't wash that hard fruit, you pop it in there, you
have other problems.
You have other problems.
You know, with the beer, it's keeping it simple. So this beer featured this week. Cheers.
Yeah.
Beer featured this week is Corona. It's spring break. It's coronavirus. It's really hot right now. This is the hot beer to
Mexican lager. It's Mas Fina.
Yeah. And what else to say about that? Yeah.
Well, have you noticed the American trend in a Corona type beer? Did you notice this in the last year? Kind of started at the end of last summer, and you have like Mexican party lager. You have all the companies.
Budweiser with lime.
Well,
no.
No.
Is it just me that drinks
but
that?
all like I've noticed locally, and I'm sure it's a national trend. All of our local breweries are doing like a Mexican style lager, like a light.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Style lager.
I don't get out much.
Thing.
I didn't know
Which
that. So that's
makes sense. It's a good summer beer.
Yeah,
and we're drinking this in the spirit of spring, which hopefully is here. It's a beautiful day today.
It's getting close. Yeah, it's very close. Here's.
And
we all
to
know
spring.
And love Corona, right?
Spitting on you. That's really unsanitary. Look you.
Keep your social distance.
Cheers to spring coming in, burning off.
Yeah, I don't even want to touch you right now.
And,
okay. Everyone's got a Corona.
You don't want to
story.
do a thing where we like.
No. We're not touching. Everyone's got a Corona story, right? I mean, this has been with our lives for many. To me, I don't like the light beers. I don't like Pilsner. I don't like all this crap. Though you drink it all through college. This I like, though. I like this. I like the...
It's so drinkable. I'm going to drink like 12 of these today.
I know, and that's the thing. They're easy to drink.
I didn't get the 12-pack because I knew we would drink all of it.
Well, shame on you. Shame on you.
Happy to be here drinking Corona, feeling good, ready to rock out.
Yeah.
Really excited about these Friedman Amps.
Yeah, we got some new... Friedman Amps are new to us, and they're lovely pedals. So we have Friedman Amps here at Music Villa, and we want to talk about. We're excited, right? We've been anticipating
highly
them.
anticipated. There's been a lot of demand for these amps in this area. I'm excited. They're beautiful amps. They're really well built.
They have fun names.
Fun names.
Yeah, they got the Runt, and they got who is it? Cantrell.
Yep, Jerry Cantrell.
Jerry Cantrell from Alice Chains. He's got a signature model. His tone. If you want that tone, you can get that.
But what do you say? I mean, from what I've gathered with Friedman, their sort of signature thing is having sort of the more American sounding clean, sort of more fat, fat, lush, clean, without sizzly, harsh highs.
Right.
And really tight, heavy rocking, focused overdrive gain channels.
Yeah, they're really articulate, and that is cool. It's best of both worlds. You kind of love that gain from those kind of amps, and then that warm, fat, warm, clean is what you want from the clean.
Yeah, and I'm not.
That's pretty cool.
I'm kind of I'm not the most knowledgeable metal guy, but I do love classic rock. I really do. And a lot of those.
Sometimes you wear a leather.
I do.
Thing right up from here to here.
Oh, I do. Sometimes
Judas Priest.
Yep, but with like Daisy Dukes, cowboy boots.
You know what? Leave your Saturday night out of this, okay, Joe?
So, jean jacket. What's wrong with that? Jean jacket with a patch, Daisy Dukes, cowboy boots.
I think it's totally
headband.
fine.
A lot of headbands.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury way. It's wonderful.
There are a lot of headbands.
Yeah. So anyway. And would you just jump ship? Are you Team Sisu or whatever? You're gonna go rest of the team.
Yeah. I was in.
That's a good hat.
I was in Seattle and I lost my hat in an Uber. And
how long ago were you in Seattle?
Oh, like 5 days.
Social distance the hell out of here.
But being a classic rock fan, those tones. A lot of those great classic rock tones are a Marshall amp cranked up right in a room.
Yeah,
like nuking the
There's
room, like ripping the paint off the walls.
There's some Carpenters song that's got that.
Yeah, there is.
And I'm trying to think of what
Mamas
it is.
and Papas used it too.
Yeah, they were pioneering. Yeah.
Yep. Monkeys.
Yep.
Monkeys were big. So
yeah, Lawrence Welk Show had the first Friedman amp. It was for an accordion, but it sounded frickin' rock and roll.
So all this info is available on Friedman's site, but about the monkey stuff. But Dave Friedman, he was a much sought after amp tech. He was modding Eddie Van Halen's amps, all these rocker guys. So he's a guru.
He's a swell guy. He's a swell guy.
He's an amp guru, and so it made sense for him to obviously have his company. They've been killing it. He's been doing this for a while now. He has some really cool people on his roster, all rockers, which I appreciate. A lot of good rockers are endorsing these amps.
They want to play his amps. Yeah.
And they're beautiful, man. I love the tone of these amps.
Well, you know what? Let's freaking crack another beer, maybe? Well, I don't know. I'm still drinking this. But let's make some tones. Let's hear some of this stuff.
Yeah.
What do we got, by the way?
Switches.
We have a...
Runt 50. So this is a Runt 50.
Runt 50. Head with the 212 cab.
In stock right now, we've also got the Runt 20, which is their combo. Reminiscent of some of those little Marshall combos as far as the layout of it. Beautiful sounding amp. Now the Runt 50,
and they look really nice too.
And let's go through a couple things. Yeah, the Runt 50 is going to be EL84 tubes, power tubes.
That's a tube I can wrap my.
There's an extra 12AX7 in there, an extra stage, gain stage there, I guess. Don't quote me on that, but I read it on the site. But EL84 power tubes in this guy, which is
fake news. All right, go ahead, sorry.
The combo, the smaller combos, the 20-watt amps are going to have EL84s.
They're a perfect size.
The JJ,
it's not too big, not too small. These things crank too, by the way.
They crank.
We're doing the drag. We can't be here. Just a note. In our studio, we can't really crank them, unfortunately, because they'll just blow out the mics and everything. So, but these things.
And this JJ20
will crank.
Yep. And so the 20-watt platforms are going to be EL84 tubes, 50-watt and up, EL34. So that's kind of that makes sense.
Yep.
They're rad, man, and they do have a few signature features, right? Some of these switches on here, they have that greater harmonic. What's that name of that switch? That has
There's
more
a boost
harmonic.
thing. There's the channel, and then they got the bright.
Nope, but the other one, this one.
Oh. I don't know.
What am I talking about? JBE.
Oh.
This amp has the JBE switch.
Cantrell's got his own little.
JBE.
It's almost like a Runt, but he's like, let's do. I want this.
Some different harmonics coming out.
It's kind of like a little more gain to it. It gives him that
a little more gain.
that you heard
and
him play.
It compresses.
It's pretty sweet.
It compresses.
And we'll hear that.
Yeah.
Well, you got some.
Make a couple tones. Let's crack one.
Yeah, you got some songs you're gonna play in here. We're gonna do some. Cat Stevens.
Some Cat Stevens.
We're gonna play. So we're gonna take this through a rigorous.
Captain and Tennille.
Yeah, Captain Tennille, Cat Stevens. We're gonna do a rigorous testing on these amps.
See how much I had to drink during that.
Yeah, Jim Croce.
So let's play just kind of the same riff in each amp and here a little bit. Tried to set them kind of similar settings. They both have Celestion Creamback speakers. Creamback 12, obviously that's a 212. But this guy's the 20, the 20 watt with the extra little added guy there, the little JBE, which we should hit that switch and hear it.
Should I get on that?
Yeah.
Make myself useful? Is that with the JBE?
Is it?
Here's when it's not it. Obviously a higher gain when we hit that. Hold on, keep going. I turned up the master a little bit. Here it is with it again. Yeah, it's a nice tone.
Well, I like it. It's really
sounds good.
Yeah, let's hear the clean.
I like the JBE. It's good.
Ooh, I want a little more tone on that.
Real quick too, by the way, their foot switch. It's actually red when it's on clean, and you turn it off.
Yeah,
when it's dirty.
a little.
That's a little different.
Also, we're totally dry, so we're we're not wet.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
We're not running any delay or reverbs or anything. And that actually is a good segue. These amps have a really, really high quality effects loop built into them.
Yeah,
they have their own proprietary circuit for that. So they have this killer effects loop. So I would think, it would make sense for a person running one of these to run that reverb and that delay through the effects loop. And that's all part of their design. Also, they have this kind of slides into that. They have their own balanced out. All these amps have an XLR output on them.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, with a cab emulator in there. So they're real deal.
That's awesome. Very versatile.
It is awesome. I would absolutely use that feature. So
yeah, that's cool.
Super giggable, super usable amp. Yeah. So anyway,
you get a lot of volume and tone without a huge freaking thing,
Yeah.
Nice.
So let's play that same riff again through this guy. Obviously a bit different with 212s. And then maybe you hit some switches plays and just yell at them what switch you're hitting when you hit it.
Slap it a few times, see what happens.
Yeah, so
pelvic thrust.
I can already tell this guy's a little more classic Marshall-y, for lack of a better term.
Right, it's got that.
So
yeah. Boost switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bright switch has subtle tone things. A little more bright articulate there.
Yeah.
It's a little more, all the way to, there's 3 settings. That's a little more flatter, I think, in the middle. And all the way to my right. Very subtle.
Let's hear the clean on this guy.
So you can really hear the bright switching. There's 3 switches. There's in the middle. Nice kind of mellow, fat spanky. All the way to that way. Really nice and a little more brighter and articulate. All the way to this way. Doing that. So we right, middle again. Adds a lot more warmth to it. Good jazzy kind of tone. And now we're going to go all the way that way.
Wow.
So you can really hear that bright feature on the clean there. Pretty sweet.
Oh.
Very good.
The bright's real noticeable on the cleans.
It's like all the way there.
And I'm on the neck pickups too. Let's put it in the middle.
All the way there. So nice, got a flatter, warmer sound. And that's all the way that way. Pretty cool, nice and versatile, clean channel. Really pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah.
Cool. It's like I have more switches on my guitar. Warmer, cleaner, brighter, articulate. It's pretty cool. I like this.
I like
the
clean on that a lot. It's not what you expect, huh, from that high gain of an amp. I think that's what's unique. What I'm noticing right away with these amps is it's a really usable clean, huh? It's a really very transparent, nice musical clean.
Yeah, very articulate and snap. Has good spank to it.
And then definitely, hearing the EL84s versus 34s is quite a bit different. That's just the difference in those two, the way those power tubes behave, right? And EL84 is a little more compressed, a little bit more, maybe a little more focused than a certain, I don't know, overdriven high-end frequency. and this guy's a little bit more broad and open. And
yeah, would you have one? Would you gig with one of these?
Oh yeah.
Would you love to have
one
of these amps?
Yes.
Well, here you go, Joe. Today we're a surprise.
Stimulus package.
The staff is your stimulus package for. Okay, we're Garrett Bear, Bozeman, Montana. That's Joe.
He's Blaze.
Hey,
this is a Gibson Les Paul.
You pay for the whole seat. You only need the edge. Thanks for subscribe. Or just walk away in disgust and don't think of us again.
This is a new Les Paul Standard. We also have these for sale here at Music Villa.
And
they are, that's a good guitar for the money right there, huh? It is a working man's guitar, Blaze.
It is, man. After doing this on the airport all day, guiding planes in, I'm a working man all day long.
Yep.
When I go home, I want to crack open a nice beer and chill out with a nice Les Paul. There's nothing better.
You want to sit on the beach with that Corona
and I can afford
and
something
your Friedman
like that.
Amp? Yep.
Yeah. With my airport job. My arms are tired. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.